Cue the drama.
Lights, camera.
Theater talk.
So welcome back, everybody, to another Theater Talk podcast. And of course, I'm here with Kevin, my co-host. You'd have seen us in our previous episode where we spoke about, our life as lesbians. So of course, for this episode, we have somebody who has been noir. I mean, I need to introduce her anything because we know her so well. So she is Anya Gloudon, of course, the daughter of the late Barbara Gloudon, Miss G. Right? And of course, Miss G was, well-known journalist for all the people in our age group, the young people, the Gen Zs also know Miss G. Or probably not as much, right? So Miss G was a playwright as well. She was our producer of the National Pantomime. And we miss her body. But of course, her daughter is here following PP Club in our footsteps, So she's also a playwright. She's a designer, graphic artist. She's a producer. She teaches from time to time. She's a head cook and bottle washer of the National Pantomime. Literally. Yeah. She do everything. Yeah, when you talk about pantomime, you say Anya. So that's Anya. Welcome, Anya.
Hi. I'm not used to being the one being welcomed. I'm used to being, hi, how are you?
We're glad to have you. We're glad to have you. Thank you so much for joining us, Anya.
Yes,
How you do?
You know me about me.
Aye, good. For some of our viewers who might not know the full story, I want you to tell us who Barbara Gloudon was, not just as a writer, but as a mother, as a nurturer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the part about this is what you said, Miss Chi. Those who work with us know that there's a distinction between me and my daughter and Anya, the theater practitioner working with Mrs. Gloudon, which is when I refer to her as Mrs. G or Mrs. Gloudon. When it's time to go home, mommy come. Mommy to go home. And then when something is going like when she's up on a flight and I'm about to get somebody to come here to me.
Yes.
Mrs. G.
Mrs. G.
Landing to book. Alright, so I think where that really actually started. So when I started doing costume design, we'd be in the costume, but she'd come around and just say, so why you make this and why you put in sleeve? And you know what, put the sleeve short and all of that. And I would say to her, but no, that's how I like it. That's what I plan to do. That's what I have designed. I love these. And she said, well, no, I don't know much nicer. And then I would say to them, and then, everybody in the costume, the tailor, the seamstress, and thing, they would laugh and say, look here, I'm speaking to you as your costume designer, not your daughter. Mrs. G, come out of the costume. So yeah, and literally that's the kind of person that she was. So she was very, very, very loving, very warm, but trying to make a joke with her when she's not in the mood. Lots of fun, but believed in people doing things to do it properly.
Yes.
And to the best of your ability. And it no matter who you were, what you're about, it was about your attitude. And she would value your work ethic way more. She said it all the time, that talent don't mean not without discipline and effort.
Correct.
And if you have that discipline and effort, you will go far. And that was her thing. I remember also one time when an actor was being very grand and missed his cue because he didn't come on. And then she said, why were you late? Oh, I didn't have my prop. The props didn't hand it to me. And she said, my prop. He said, you're a prop. One time you passed him.
Well,
so that was her.
Thank you, Anya. You practically grew up in the theater, basically. What's your earliest memory of being backstage?
Okay, so
around these productions and so on. Right?
So officially, my first memory should not be a memory because I was actually in Belly when she was writing here in Columbus.
Oh.
So I was literally there in rehearsals from 1910.
We understand.
But my earliest memory was from Johnny Reggae, and I realized now that it must have been a rehearsal at Little Theatre. It didn't happen very often. We usually done at the ward mostly. And I recall that because I now think about the scenes. And there were two characters that were on stage. Their names were Budu and Stenge, which was the slang of the time.
Yes.
The one body was a Budu.
Right.
And it was like a rumba, you were Stenge, Stenge. Right. So, Budu and Stenge. As picking, we did just love that. I had two teddy bears. And I renamed them, so one was no Budu and Stenge. I remember leaving the little one, Stenge, at prep school for the summer, and I did not have my teddy bear for the whole summer. And I was distraught. Distraught.
Yeah.
September morning when I go back and look at the lost, I thought, there he was.
There was Penny.
There was Penny. So that's the memory of that's one of the personal memories that I have. But I mean, I realized that I grew up around theater, so I would see persons like Randy Williams, like Kenny, Oliver Samuels, Leonie Bob, and they were just people who would walk up and say every time maybe they are around with mommy, and then later on, it's one. That's I mean, like for instance, one of the memories that sticks with me, so that far memory, but it's a dear memory to me is Professor X Netterford coming to rehearsal and sitting at the back to watch what's going on, and I go make a cup of ginger tea for him and give that to him, and that was the last time I saw him. So perhaps memory of ginger tea with Prof. So it's things like that makes it, kind of part of just like everyday life.
Okay. Lovely, Anya. When you look back at her legacy, though, what do you believe was her greatest gift or contribution to the Jamaican culture?
Preserving it in theater, preserving it by putting it on stage. So, like for instance, I recall when we did a show called Love and Plenty, and it had a character who was like a good schoolboy, Mayu. And he wanted to catch a bird, and he built a bird trap. And there was this long argument between Mommy Michael Lord, Larry Watson, about what it was called. She knew it as a springe, they knew it as a Caliban, and there was this argument about what it was and how it make and all of that. No, I used to make it with a triangle. No, it was a box. No, only the two fancy. For me, it was just like a cardboard box and a piece of sticker. It was, and it's things like that some persons would not know about, and by seeing it on stage, you're now exposed to it. One of the things that I love with what she did was always incorporating like proverbs.
Yes.
And the sweetest thing for me is when you go there and a character says, "Look at what if you want good," and you hear the kid say, "And so
something wrong." Yes.
One was supposed to stay in belly up.
Not quite.
But Anya, that's what I mean, talking about pneumonia and so on, a big show to fill right now. Like, how does that?
No, she did her sidekick. It never saw.
So you're not carrying this huge mantle of preserving your legacy and your work. How does that feel? How does like the back up and really big and broad?
Back up again, broad. One of the ways to do that. I don't really so broad to that point. I would say I don't really stop to internalize that kind of magnitude of it. I just approach it in small doses, bit by bit, little bit. And so for me, it's just the fact that it's something I love. It's something I grew up around, and I would love to make sure that others have the same thing too. I am always kind of, I guess, inspired when I hear persons who are not necessarily in the theater world who will say to me, I remember when I went to watch, like, there was a time when I heard at least two well-known film persons who I didn't know in that kind of circle saying that they went to watch the pantomime, saw Jamaican characters on stage and thought, I could do this on film. And that inspired them. So for me, it just seems like we're just happy doing it.
Yes.
We can't make that dead. I mean, it's the fact that we can now have things that look like us, sound like us, be like us, and inspiring more and more generations to come. We're just happy doing it.
Speaking of generations, though, we are living in a time where Gen Zs have taken over social media, and we're seeing these TikTok videos, and I know this is a big question for a lot of theatre practitioners these days. How do we stay relevant, and especially now the pantomime? How do you stay relevant amidst that noise of TikTok and the quick videos and the whatever it is?
Well, I mean, there are things that I love about that, because I love the fact that they're able to express themselves creatively too, and I don't feel hampered by it. I remember when my mother first started doing radio, and she was on Hotline, and she talking Jamaican talk, and who you want to? In years after Miss Lee, they still had an issue with speaking the language. So I love the fact that they are creating and putting out characters that look like us, sound like us, behave like us. It's not a Disney version of us. It's things that we know and love. And so I love the fact that they're embracing their creativity and using this form of their creativity because it's TikTok is far cheaper than putting on a theatrical production. We need sponsorship. We need sponsorship. Thank you. Come and talk with us. Right. So I love the fact that they're doing that, and I think what the pantomime offers and what theatre offers is that because we package the entire product, we put together the costumes, we put together the set. If there's a musical, it's the music that goes with it. We put together the whole package and show them how a complete production can look.
Yes.
And I believe that influences and reflects in what they do because they don't just turn up and do a little one and two.
Right.
You notice that they might do that the first time out and then they realize that, I can present myself this way, I can do it this way, and I want to make sure that the lighting is good. So it's the packaging that we do sometimes in theatre that filters out and shows them that they can present in a better way.
But what about the audience though? I know traditionally the pantomime audience, we hit the kids, right? That's our target. Right. But then we have the whole family coming, we have the grandma, the mommy, Has that changed over the years? Because, interests are dwindling.
It's not just dwindling. What it is that there's just more competition for that interest. Yes. So it's whereas once upon a time, December 26th, the pantomime was only showing town. Literally the only show in town. Yeah. No, there are other things that are out there, and that's fine. There's space for everybody, and there's room for all different kinds of audiences and persons to put things out for them to see. It's not. I don't think that it's changing. It's just a little kind of, the weight is different. Okay. So I think for when I was younger, it was more families and the elders bringing the kids to the show. Right. What we're getting now is because we target heavily the schools, and which is, I don't have a problem with that. Make I just say, I don't have a problem with the schools being our target because frankly, our kids need something to laugh and enjoy with a rough up life like this, right? So I find that it's the kids who are coming, and I will get the calls. My child's school is coming, and I want 2 tickets so I can bring grandma and auntie. So it's shifted a bit. Right. So we're still getting the family, and we're always going to be about the family because that's part of the thing. It's about making sure that our Jamaican community is brought together.
One last thing, because I know before Kevin jumped in, I know. When I'm out there and I'm talking about pantomime to anybody and on the show, one of the biggest questions or comments is, pantomime still the most? Right? I mean, let's talk about anything.
It is true.
Pantomime still the most, but still whatever. So I think it begs up, it leads a question of relevance. Are we current? Are we,
I think we try to be. I think we make a great effort to, based on the feedback that I do get when, because I am generally not in front of camera, I'm generally around the back. Right. So I'm generally in a space where I can hear people passing, and I stand at the back of the theater and see them when they're coming and leaving, and I hear the feedback. And so there are things that I know that they latch on, but they're not every time we win bowl 100. Right. We're still better than the West Indies cricket team. But but I mean, so we work at it, and we definitely make an effort to try and be relevant to them. But here's the thing as well. There's a song that Third World has that says, give the people what they need, not necessarily what they want. So they may want this, but what they really need is that. Yeah. What you do is you find to do it in such a way that they might not didn't know say that they didn't want that. Until them catch it and say, but it's nice. What I like though about that is that we're preserving the culture. Definitely. Yes. More than anything else. Like them young people not have no culture. So we need pantomime and we need the culture.
Talk show.
Alright, so we break this episode to big up our title sponsor, the Pantomime Company, which our new show is coming out on December 26th. Big Yard Vibes. So make sure someone come out and check it out. Boxing Day, as Fabenelle said, December 26th. And it's about this big tournament yard thing where enough excitement happens, domino playing, and all kind of something. So get the tickets at the box office at the Little Theatre, and we're running from December until next year, May. Correct. Yeah, 2026. So make us sooner than how it go.
Yes. For anyone who has not seen the pantomime, probably somebody is abroad or so, how would you describe the Jamaican pantomime experience?
All right. So what I would say is for those who have been sold for many years, and it's still a key. Yeah, we're still a keys. We're still a key. Yeah. So it's much the same in that it's always going to be family friendly. We're never gonna put on a show that grandma is gonna like she needs to take grand picnic outside or church stuff. We say, no, we're not gonna do it. Yeah, we're never ever gonna do that. We're always going to be approachable and family friendly. This doesn't mean that we don't tackle hard topics. In your earlier episode, you were speaking about we had a show that featured an issue with drugs and drugs, right? So it's not like we run away from topics or questions that are challenging, but we are gonna package it and put it in a way that is friendly for the family. We're gonna make sure that they're entertained in a wholesome and proper way. We're always gonna make sure that they're Jamaican music.
Right.
That is part of it because pantomime is a musical. That's the form that we come from. So there's gonna be Jamaican music. I'm going to hear all of the Jamaican music too. You're not gonna get one Kenya. You're going to hear ska. You're going to hear rocksteady. You're going to hear reggae. You're going to hear the disco. You're going to hear the dance. You're going to hear the jazz. You're going to get the full range. And that's not just an exposure of Jamaican theatre. It's Jamaican music as well, because we also work with a live band, as you know.
Yeah.
One of the few places that do. We need sponsorship. We had to downsize our band. So before we had like eight band members, we had to downsize because of cost effectiveness. But I still would love to always have that live band. There's something that is so special when at the end of the show, you guys don't see because the curtain is closed, but when the kids come down and the whole people come
and they dance with the
dance, the I would have dance and dance, I would have done this and then they're done, and then they leave, so that's the kind of thing that I like. It's the interaction that comes with it, which is another thing that I think works with theatre, is that you're in a communal space, you're sitting beside somebody. Yeah. Me and you can say, you see that what you want to remember. And the energy catch. Right. And it catches and follows through. And that's a wonderful thing about theatre. I mean, nothing wrong with TV, nothing wrong with watching your Netflix, but there's something about being in that space.
Yes.
Well,
Anya, the excitement. So talk to me quickly. What excites you most on a personal level? What excites you when it's time to put together the production?
It's the challenge of doing something new each year, because I've been around it all my life. For many years, I was sounding board for Mrs. G. So she would say, I have an idea. What if we had A, B, C, D, and E? One moment, no, hear me out. Supposedly do blah, 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 blah. And that building process of coming up with an idea and finding a thing really sparks the creativity and the curiosity of myself as an artist. And then as a hands-on practitioner, it's how do I craft something new each time? How do I make this old man different from last year's old man?
Yeah, because you're also very good with your hand. Yes. Very creative. You're always just in some kind of something. And I'm always coming in. She has tongue. She do everything. So I mean,
yeah. So that's really where the excitement for it. So just being able to get to something new each time and find a new way to do it. Yeah.
All right, Anya. So the pantomime is famous for music, comedy, all of those lovely things. Do you have a favorite moment when the audience's reaction really reminds you of why tradition matters?
Yeah, there's so many, but I
give me one.
All right, so and it changes as the mood strikes. Oh. So like yesterday when I live in Gloudon up in the bush at the hills, right? And I heard a truck coming around the corner there, Papa. And then I remember, Papa, yeah, so that was it where we built a bus, and we had people on the bus, and we had the bus driving on the stage, and then we had the backdrop was moving behind them. So it looked like they were literally traveling along, and when the bus rocks on it did so. So things like that, it's moments like that. And what I particularly enjoy, and although I am a techie and I'm a person who embraces technology, I love sometimes when we just find the simplest answer to a theatrical question. Right. I don't even remember. You should remember. See if I know so. when we had that thing there about two idiots. We did that
Yes.
dynamite.
Yes.
And
Yes.
them have the two stick, and one stick was written, it had might, and the other one said dandy, and the one said might. Dandy, might, dandy, might. And then it exploded, and the explosion was an umbrella with the painted word boom on it. Corny as neck.
Yeah.
And corny as ever, but
But,
every
yes.
nice cheer on the kid, because they're like, I can't believe these people just painted an umbrella and said boom, but everybody knew it was an explosion.
Yeah.
So it's things like that.
Oh, I have to ask this question, Anya. From all the productions that you have done, yeah, or you have been a part of, is there one that stands out in your mind? Is there any favorite?
There are moments that stay with me. Just moments in a show. I mean, there's always something that stands out. Sometimes it's the moments. One of them is yours. Is when you play the goat in Ananda, goat in soup, and you got lost.
No.
And you sat on the edge of the stage and you said, me no.
Was he really lost or?
Well, in the story, but he had on this goat head, so you couldn't see his face. But it was just a body language expression of when him fixing shoulder and dip the head so and say me Lord. That everybody in the audience go, oh. So
Yes.
things like that, you know,
Yes.
just moments.
Guys, I cannot relate. I don't know these shows. Okay, Anya, one of the things though, I'm gonna see Pantomime people you produce, but we still gotta ask her. One of the things though that always happens is that when somebody's missing, Anya,
Yes.
Yes.
For real, for real.
when
Yes.
somebody can't get a
Yes.
show,
Yes. Anya is
you
everybody.
only see Anya come. Don't even know which character that is, but she knows the
Yes.
character one name.
Yes.
Primrose.
Yes, Primrose.
But I mean, I think that's probably one of the coolest things about working with Anya. She's just also flexible, and dynamic and whatever it is. Really, 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 really
And
nice.
she calmed. Anya is so
Hello.
calm.
Also, many times when they expect Anya to blow up
What? I don't know.
and cough and run some people, she not run you. She have this
Me no-
calm.
Yes. Me no know. You do it.
But I tell people all the time that most time when you meet Mr. Gloudon daughter,
Oh.
How you tell me
do not stir up Miss Gloudon daughter.
Yes.
That is a different thing.
Yes.
But I tell you a joke about the Primrose character. So we were shot like about 3 women. Somebody had like work, somebody had like something to go out foreign, and we were shot 3 women for 1 show. So we coming to play this role. So I came in there, man, I'm like a great year show and all of that. In the storyline, they're the princes that were supposed to get married to, and their body wanted to marry a prince. And they stand up and they say, so why me can't marry a prince? And we just see one little girl in the audience say, Kaya owl. Needless to
Oh, you're
say,
too humbly.
yeah, needless to say, for the next, take the little eyebrow pencil, let me just dog up back to the red. So yeah, madam, they call me old woman again. But yeah, you know, that's part of the show.
Alright, the way to go into activity, I think Kevin Gray, project channel. We have an activity too? Produce, we have activity.
Yes.
So Anya,
Yes.
6 slippers, snail slid slowly seaward.
What? 6 slippers, sails,
I like that.
slowly.
Come again. 6 slippery snails slid slowly seaward.
6 slippery snails slid slowly seaward.
Not bad at all.
So you have a rotating on friend.
Not bad at all. Not bad. No, but she just used the
Like,
ox. She just
you
used the
want
British
to
ox. Obviously.
You know, 6 slippery snails. They slid seaward, smugglers ain't slippery. Yes, those snails. Slowly they slid slippery upside down until they were slippery.
Right there. Latoya, you want to take the other dog twister?
There's a
Yeah, but there's one more. Of course. Bird can't fly on one wing.
The shells she sells are surely seashells.
Give me a Trini accent, no? Give me a little Trini something.
She sells the
She
seashells.
says seashells, slowly, she says the seashells. I'm telling you.
Man, like that. that. You do very well. I like that.
All right. So thank you so much, Anya. I know we need probably 10 or 12 more hours. So many years of experience and activities here. But we really appreciate it. Keep on doing the good work. From Mommy, we miss Mommy all heap, yes, Kevin. And of course, you remind us a lot, of her.
Yes.
So we appreciate you being in the space. I've been in the space with you. Yeah. And so on. So guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Theatre Talk podcast. Kevin, you have the facility.
Well, I just want to say, before we wrap it up, when can we look forward to the next pantomime?
December 26th.
Okay. What's the name?
Big Yard Vibes.
Okay.
Big Yard Vibes.
Like a tenement yard song.
Yeah, man. You can have big yard and things are going on. So, yeah.
Alright, so I guess in our other episodes we'll talk a little bit more about big yard.
Right.
Because G in that, true. They're going to win it.
Yes.
But thank you guys. Kevin, tell people to
Thank you. Thank you.
And what is important for?
Wow. Good.
Right.
Cue the drama.
Lights, camera,
Theatre Talk.